What's up, you guys? James Strickland here. Welcome to another In the Rack with Swimhack. Got a special guest on the show today. Want you guys to meet Tricep, my newly adopted puppy and new spotter for my gym here. You've probably seen her on a couple of videos on Instagram, but I want you guys to meet her. She's a really good pup. Likes to watch Netflix and chill. Definitely a newfound friend of the family. So if she's poking around here during the video, don't mind her, but really appreciate you guys tuning in for another episode. Got some exciting stuff for you guys this week. Obviously last week was a little bit off. If you guys watched the recap from last week and saw the 765 deadlift, didn't quite go up. My knee was messing with me. No excuses, but I say live to fight another day, and I am very happy to announce that this week was that other day that I brought it back and finished the job. But I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I want to go ahead and get right into it with you guys that like to stick around to the end. I really do appreciate it. But for those who want to support me, support the channel, like what I'm doing here, I'm going to go ahead and plug all of my sponsors and my different things that I have that you guys can definitely wait till the end of the video for some of the last recaps. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up now. But if you guys want to support me, head on over to bencholly.com. You can check out my programs, check out my coaching. Obviously, if you want a shirt, I make these shirts custom made with my wife. We press them. So it takes a couple weeks to get them out to you guys, but they're all handmade. They're my design, but you can definitely buy one. They're like 20, 25 bucks or something with shipping. So pretty cheap. You know, I try to get you guys taken care of. But if you guys want to support me through the Amazon affiliate program, I've got an Amazon influencers account. So if you go to amazon.com/shop/swimhack, anything you buy after clicking on that link within the next 24 hours, even if it's your laundry detergent or anything, it doesn't have to be something that's on my list, I'll actually get a cut from Amazon. So what better than to pay the man, but to support me through your own Amazon shopping habits. You know, I hate to be called an influencer because there's a lot of bad news out there, but I trust that you guys trust that, you know, I use good stuff. And obviously, you know, if I'm promoting like wraps and things like that, I use them. I'm not just telling you guys to use a bunch of stuff that I'm not using. So I do appreciate you guys trusting me, and hopefully I'm putting out good information that's helping you guys out. So that's a good way to support me. You know, buy a program. If you guys don't have a solid training program to work off of, I've got Full Power, I've got Bench, and I also do web design. A lot of you guys don't know that I'm just a computer nerd. And that's where Swimhack, the name, came from. So that might be new to some of you. But swimmer, you know, back in the day for about 20 years, I swam competitively. Web design, and now I'm powerlifting. So I guess it's kind of a segue into hacking myself into a bigger, better person. But I've always been an athlete of some sort, so that's where the Swimhack name came from. But you know, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the recap video this week. Got some exciting news, like I said, to show you guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop right on into it. So day one is my bench and upper accessory day. I've been doing that for years. Typically I do bench first in the week because it's the heaviest, it takes the most out of me, even though deadlift is definitely heavier per pound of body weight. But bench takes a lot out of me, a lot more so than squat or deadlift. So I typically do that beginning of the week because it gives me time over the weekend and the days leading up to eat and to rest and to get my mind right for the big sets to come. Showing you guys one of my last warm-ups here. This is 319 pounds. Sometimes I abbreviate it, you know, say 320. Just because it's kilos, but I like to do one single paused rep, and then I will do 3 short and sweet speed reps. I actually picked that technique up from Jeremy Hornstra years and years ago when I first started lifting and started kind of getting up north of 600. I used to look at a lot of old YouTube videos, just like you guys are doing right now, and I would watch all my idols, and Jeremy Hornstra was one of them. I would see that he would do his warm-ups that way, and I remember talking to him at a meet when I finally got to meet him and ask him why he did it. And it's a great idea. You don't have to obviously do it in your own training, but I like to do is short and sweet on my warm-up so that I'm saving it for the main set. Second to last here was 407. This is kind of my equivalent to 405 in standard plates, and just want to rocket ship that up. We're going to move on to 496. It'll say 496. It's actually 501 because we got the smaller steel plate there on the end. Sometimes these kilos will mess with me while I'm doing my sets. I still after 10 years have not gotten the kilo and pound conversions in my head. I don't know if you ever do. But 496 here is what I put on the screen. It's actually 501. Gonna look at a solid pause here, keeping good technique. It slowed down a little bit towards the top. And, you know, to be honest, that kind of freaked me out because today I want a top set of 550 for 5. I've been fighting this for a few weeks now, and it hasn't been going terribly well. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's basically just in my head. So I'm going to go for a static hold here because I want that 550 to feel light in my hands. So I'm holding something, you know, 50, 60 pounds heavier for a few seconds, just as a static hold. Unrack it, hold it there for a little bit. Don't bench it or anything like that. And, you know, that's weight that I can definitely bench for a triple on a good day. But now that I'm going to back down and go 550 here, it's going to feel a lot lighter in my hands. And that first rep at the very least is going to feel easy. At least it's not going to feel heavy when I first unrack it. So let's see how it looks. Let's see what this set looks like. I'm going for a set of 5 here. And I tell you, in my head, I'm already a little bit nervous because it's a lot of weight, and I'm going for a PR. So 551 technically here. Lift it off, really trying to get in my head and stay tight. And about this time, I knew it just felt super heavy for the day. So I went ahead and shut it down after 1 rep. And, you know, I don't feel bad about that. Sometimes you just got to live to fight another day. Hence the whole reason for doing deadlifts this week versus last week and hitting the top set. So I decided, and I've been thinking about this for a few days before this. I knew 550 was a tall order because my body's just been kind of feeling beaten down. And I've been trying to eat, and it's just hard to eat in the summertime around here in Houston. It's super, super hot and humid. Energy just gets sapped really easy. It's hard to stay hydrated. It's hard to stay well fed. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to see how many reps I can get at the equivalent of a 405 or 407 here. So this is going to be a first set of 10. I kind of put a goal in my head to do 50 reps. So just watch, kind of see what we got here. I'm going to go through the rep sets. Feeling good. Every rep is supposed to be perfect technique. That's the name of the game. You want to basically make sure that your mind-muscle connection and your muscle memory is exactly the same on every rep. So no matter if it's 700 pounds on the bar or if it's 5 pounds on the bar, you want it to move in the exact same range of motion. You want to stay tight. You want to get the pauses. You want everything to be the same. And so by doing a lot of these reps, I'm definitely working on higher reps and hypertrophy, which I am not used to by any means. I've been doing sets of 3s and 5s. This is definitely a shock to the body, which I kind of needed. I feel like every now and then I just need to take a step back from my training and not keep my nose to the grindstone. Sometimes that works, and sometimes that's actually detrimental. You keep pushing away at the same number over, months and months and months, and your body just, nope, it fights you on it. And sometimes it's a lot easier to back off a few steps, let your body readjust, and then come back and smash whatever it is that you were trying to smash in the beginning. So moving on here, let's see, this is set 4, I believe. Set 3. So by this time, my pecs are definitely tight. I'm feeling some pulling, not bad. Just I'm definitely feeling the weight and the fatigue building up. But this type of rep scheme definitely will test your fitness level. So I'm not talking about like running around on a soccer field or anything like that, but definitely if you're used to doing 3 to 5 reps and you go and do 10 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 10, you're going to feel it a different way than you do when you're doing sets of 3s. And it's just good to feel that sometimes. I know as a power lifter, I typically don't go into the higher rep ranges very often, if any. And this is a good way to shock the muscle and to get things to grow when they're maybe not wanting to grow. Just these higher rep ranges. They're not fun for power lifters. This is cardio. So I'm definitely working on this and making sure that I'm staying tight and not getting loose on any of these reps. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I'm about 90% of the way to my goal for the day of 50. And I knew that the last set was going to be the hardest. This is the second to last set. Around rep 8 on every single one of these, I start really, really feeling it. And I can feel the lactic acid building up, and I just start shifting and trying to kind of fight myself on it. And so I just finish out that last 10 there, that last rep on the 10. And we're going to go here for the last set here. Notice I'm getting my shoulders back, getting tight and setting my hips up, just like I do for a 1 rep max, just like I did on the very first rep. So here we go, set 5, shooting for 10 reps here. Notice the bar touches in the exact same spot every time. Pushing up all the way through the reps, accelerating every single rep. No rep is left behind. All right. I'm gonna wrap up that set of 5. Hit my goal for the day, and at this point, I'm starting to get a little bit of extra energy, and I'm feeling like I'm gonna go for. And sorry for the video quality on this one. This was actually taken from a live video that I did on Instagram. So if you guys are following me over there at Swimhack, definitely you know what I'm talking about. I will put my videos while I'm doing my workout, so sometimes you get a little sneak peek over there. But the goal of this is to go for 5 reps. And I knew that this was a tall order because I am definitely feeling the pain right now. I'm just hurting and sore, and I'm ready to get out of the gym at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this last rep here. And notice I get a little bit on that left side, a little bit out of the bar path and hit the rack, but it's not a big deal. I finished the set, my chest is pumped up, my triceps are on fire, and I feel really, really good about the day. I didn't walk away with the 550 for 5 like I wanted. I did walk away with an accomplishment though, so that is a win for me. Sometimes just having fun in the gym is enough to keep you progressing in the right direction. It's not always about PRs, but I know with me, if I can hit something close to a PR or right at it, I feel like I accomplished something for the day. But honestly, just getting in here and doing anything is better than sitting on the couch. You're not getting any closer to your lifting goal by doing that. So sometimes I do this just to stay motivated. Because going into the gym, normally I'm pretty lazy. I don't want to necessarily go to the gym unless there's something I'm really wanting to accomplish for the day. And that gets me off my butt. But this is 275 here. I'm doing these chest supported face down incline rows. So this is taking my lower back out of the mix. Definitely utilize these to grow that back and to get that back wider and stronger for a bigger bench. Utilizing the figure 8 straps from Pioneer Fit, same guys that make the belt that's hanging there behind me, the custom belt. Really appreciate that. Those guys over there, really high quality craftsmanship. The only thing I have any gripe whatsoever about the straps is they're a little small. My hands are big, my wrists are big, and it's a little tight to get those on and off sometimes, especially if I'm deadlifting. You'll see that I have to follow the bar down. I can't just let it go like I did with some old straps. So moving on, we got 319 technically on the bar here for a set of 10. This is borderline PR territory for these, for sets of 10 anyways. I've done 405 in the past, but they weren't super clean. I get a little loose on them because it's so much weight. So keeping that range of motion there all the way up to the bench and then all the way back down as much as I can, getting that good stretch is definitely good for the back and being able to get that full range of motion. Sometimes I like to shock the back and I'll go super heavy. I mean, I've been upwards of over 500 on these plenty of times in the past. And I definitely feel like getting this rep range will hit the back differently. It's that higher rep range that really works that muscle. But we're going to go here for, this is a 407. There's 5 reps here. Notice how I've got a little more body English on this. That's kind of what I see when I'm doing the 500s on this. But that will definitely shock the back and make it grow. I'm able to get a little deeper into those fibers back there with the heavier weight. But I don't just want to go super heavyweight just to do it. All right, that's it for day 1. Day 2, we're going into the deadlifts and lower accessories. Basically, I warm up before I start filming. I did squats. I've been doing squats up to about 455 or so lately. Nothing crazy, just enough to get the legs warm and move right on into deadlifts, because deadlifts do take a lot out of me energy-wise. This particular gym doesn't have AC. It's a bodybuilder gym, a little more hardcore. And so I'm going to move on. One of my last warm-up sets here at 585. Wearing the knee sleeves because my left knee was messing with me last week. Squats, I kind of got a little out of the groove with one of my knees. My left knee just tracked a little bit outside the groove and threw me off a little bit. It hurt. So when I did my deadlifts, I think I exasperated the pain just a little bit, and as you see, if you saw last week, and actually I'll show you a little clip of it before I go any further in a little bit, where my patella tendon was just bothering me. And I like to keep my knees healthy, so I wear these knee sleeves to keep my legs warm. I'm wearing them on deadlifts, not for any kind of support, but definitely to keep my knees tracking the right way and just to keep that area warm and prevent any further injury or making it worse. I've been sitting in the ice bath and doing some other things outside the gym, taking some glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM supplements for joints. That's how I typically keep my joints healthy. But I also don't want to just go in the gym and slam them and think supplements are going to help everything. So we're going to move on here. We've got 675 on the bar. Trying to move this like an empty bar. Really getting in position, and boom, exploding. Feel good about that. Notice I had to come down with those figure 8 straps. If I let those go, it's just going to pull me down. So I have to really stay tight with those. But definitely excited about how today is going. It is a very hot day in Houston right now. It's like 95, 100 degrees, and it's humid. It's like 80-90% humidity on average. And so that's why I was saying this gym doesn't have AC. So I've got to get in and out very quick. After I do my squats, I'm about 30-45 minutes into the workout. And by the time I'm up at one of my top sets here, this is probably another hour. So about an hour and a half in a non-AC gym with a big fan blowing, but sometimes it's just not enough. I'm a big guy. I'm weighing around 280 nowadays. And I've actually been losing a little bit of weight and feeling good, but losing a little bit of weight, you lose a little bit of strength. But the weight coming off because it's so hot in Houston, and this just makes it even worse, is being in the gym without AC. But I like to get out and socialize. I like to go out to gyms other than just staying at my home gym all the time. So that's why you see me go to a lot of gyms. It's kind of like a field trip, if you will, having some fun out there with the people. So going through 725, because I think going from 675 straight to 765, just a little bit too much of a jump. That's a little bit too much of a shock. So I go through 725, put those quarters on there. This helps me to mentally prepare for going well above 90% of my max for the 765 to come. All right, so I'm going to show you guys real quick a clip from last week. This is the point of the video, actually. I want, if you're going to take anything away from today's video, I want it to be live to fight another day. So this was last week. I didn't have my knee sleeves on the first set, and you can see right here I start jerking around a little bit, and that exacerbated the knee issue that I got from squats just a little bit earlier with 645, I believe. So I put the knee sleeves on to kind of give myself a little support, but it's already over at this point. I couldn't even break the ground. I was done. And that was 765 pounds 7 days ago. And so naturally, I put up a recap video last week and said, you know what, this is going to be one of those times when I shut it down, be smart. I did some rows with like 300 to 500 pounds, bent over rows, just because I had weight on the bar and I was already prepared to get this done. But decided, you know what, I'm going to go next week and nail that 765. So here we go. I got 765 on the bar. And this, if you guys have been following my training and my meet lifts for any length of time, you'll know that my PR in a meet is 782 pounds. That was done at the Boss of Bosses a few years ago. And it was one of my best meets ever, or best full meet ever, where I went 2182. I was going to try to pull 800 at that meet, and coulda, woulda, shoulda, did not get up to it. I actually, I drank a Mountain Dew like an hour and a half before because I was so excited about getting the bench press world record, all-time world record, which Larry Wheels has since taken from me, so I got to get that back. But that was 639 pounds after a 760-pound squat, and so I opted to go like 720 or so as a warm-up, first attempt on deadlift. Second attempt was 782. Which that Mountain Dew started coming up, and so I decided not to throw up on the head judge and set it down. Came back for a third and smashed the 782, which would have been my 800 attempt. So it is what it is. But here we go. I'm definitely thinking about keeping that knee straight and not going out of the groove and keeping everything firing off and exploding to the 765. And I think that was a beautiful rep. And so here, just to show him who's boss, I let it down slow. Definitely didn't want that weight to control me like it did last week. And so I walked away a champion this week, and I feel very, very good about that. So that is the video from my training this last week. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you took something away from it. I hope that you do the same thing in your training when you're having an off day. Sometimes you just got to walk away, live to fight another day. I have done that countless number of times in my training. It is literally like second nature for me to go, no, it doesn't feel right. I'm going to come back next week and get it. Now, I'm not giving you guys a reason to be a punk, and say, oh, I don't feel it. Sometimes there's days that I have that and I push right through those. I'm talking about when you know that if you were to continue to push that envelope, you're going to hurt yourself, and you're probably going to hurt yourself to the point to where you're going to be hurt for 6 months, a year. You may never come back from it. You never know. When I'm messing with deadlifts in that kind of weight range, I'm not trying to play around with that kind of weight. So I've checked my ego at the door, and I literally do that every time I go to the gym. But I'm talking about, those times when this is probably not the smartest thing to do, and you have to have that inner voice inside you. It takes years to get to that point to where you can trust yourself and know, if I would have done that, I would have seriously hurt myself. This was one of those times where I'm like, is it worth it? It's off season. I'm not really focusing on bench, deadlift, or squat. I mean, deadlift's kind of coming up there. I'm focused on maybe possibly doing a meet and trying to pull 800, but we're talking about 800 freaking pounds, and I had 765, which is right there. Doesn't mean that 800's there, but that kind of weight can definitely hurt you, and I'm not playing around with that kind of weight. I know you guys see it all the time on YouTube. You see it on Instagram. These guys just yanking up 800 plus pounds like it's no big deal, throwing around 600 pound benches. There's something to that, and you can't just throw that kind of weight around lackadaisy. You have to be super tight, and you have to be super methodical and be very strategic in your approach. That's what I'm talking about when I say live to fight another day. You have to know that there's a calculated risk there, and it's not worth taking. That's what I did this last week, and I came back, and I feel good about doing it because I'm here to fight another day, and I'm here to actually smash big weights and continue to go up. So I hope that helps you guys out. I love the fact that you guys tune in all the time, and you're following me, and that you support me. Again, all those ways to support me earlier. Definitely follow me on Instagram if you're over there at Swimhack. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe so you can get more of these. I definitely like bringing all this information to you and sharing my life with you guys, what I'm eating, what I'm doing. I feel it's a very unique perspective into an elite lifter's life and kind of what we do. I mean, we're just like you guys, we're just strong. And, it takes time to get to that point. But I don't want there to be a separation. I think there's way too much bullshit out there. Excuse my French, but I think there's way too much stuff out there. Too many guys out there, and not just guys, it's girls too, but that are super, super strong, and they think their shit don't stink. And that's bullshit. Like, just because you're strong doesn't make you a better person than anybody else. I'm not better than you because I'm strong. I'm just stronger. That's it. That's all. And it doesn't give somebody the right to talk down on you or to say that you're weak or whatever. I mean, yes, you are technically weaker than me or whatever in a particular lift, but that doesn't mean that I'm better than you in any way. I just try to share my perspective of, I'm just an elite level lifter that's trying to go after world records, and I'm a PTA president. I do PTA stuff, all the stuff that typically is looked down upon in the blue collar world. I go and volunteer my time. I give back to my community, and now I don't want to pat on the back for that. I'm just trying to make it a point that I'm trying to live by example. It doesn't matter that I'm on this pedestal, that I have this platform. I still need to be a good member of society, and that's what you need to do too. There's no excuse. If I don't have an excuse, you don't have an excuse. So that's not to bring the mood down or anything, but that's the message that I want to give to you guys. So as an influencer or whatever they want to call us these days, that's what I'm bringing to the table, is no BS approach to living life, and being a good person. So I hope you guys are out there taking care of people and being a good person and not letting people roll all over you. And I hope you are having a great time in your training, that you're meeting your training goals. I'd love to help you out with that if I can. Again, I'm going to shout out to my programs. I've had thousands upon thousands of people that I'll ask for reviews and surveys and things like that at the end of the programs. Give me great feedback, and I'll generate the next program or two based on the results that the guys and girls have had with the previous programs. So I'm not trying to stay stagnant. I'm trying to give good information and good programs and things like that. And just because I'm a strong guy doesn't mean I know how to write a program. I'm actually a decent coach. And so I didn't know this for a long time, and I was real hesitant to put information out there, about programs or coaching. But come to find out, I'm actually a decent coach. A lot of people have given me great feedback, and I'm not going to discount their opinion of it. But if I can help you in that way, then I'd be definitely selfish not to provide that. But that's the way you guys can support me: by a program, by my coaching. If you guys have a company or you have any reason to have a website, I do website design. My website, stricklandtechnology.net. I'm the largest web design company in Houston, which is an honor. I've been doing that for 20 plus years. I'm a computer nerd, hence the name Swim and Hack. But if you guys need help in any of those capacities, let me know. I've started a couple of bench press challenges. So basically you go to the website and under programs, you'll see I have an 8-week bench press challenge, an 8-week bench press peaking challenge. Basically what we're doing is we're working through my 8-week bench press programs together. So we do it basically like either via Zoom or some sort of video chat, Facebook or whatever, and we're working through as a group. So whoever's buying this program in a certain length of time, we'll actually all get together and we work together. We have a little community where we can chat back and forth and kind of figure out, you know, what people are doing right, what people are doing wrong, techniques, you know, kind of form critiques and things like that. But check out the website, benchonly.com. I got a video on there, a little promo. It'll tell you all about those programs. Check out my Amazon store. Buy anything from Amazon and hook me up with an affiliate payment. That would be amazing. That'd be awesome. Helps me to take care of my family of 5, take care of this gym that I've got, and put all these videos out for you guys. But I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Like it, share it with your friends. Follow me over on Instagram, and I want you guys to have a wonderful, wonderful week. See ya.